the hoops. For the people, by the people. For the culture.
Peace, Jumbo. Welcome to the Vital Hoops podcast right here on Black Power Media Reloaded. My name is Fernando Cardenas, aka International XB. I am your host, and this is episode 83. Now, before we get going, we are recording this podcast on May 11th, 2025. So I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there, especially to my mother, RIP. To my beautiful wife, to my mother-in-law, to all the mothers in my family, and like I said, all the mothers worldwide. Happy Mother's Day. Here in France, it is May 25th, but I know it's Mother's Day already in Cuba and the US and other parts of the world. So yeah, happy Mother's Day. Also, if you haven't yet, make sure you go check out our previous episode 82 of the Vital Hoops podcast. It's a short one about Malcolm X. The great Malcolm X, and Malcolm X Day is coming up May 19th. So much respect to our great Malcolm X, and this year is 100 years of Malcolm X. So another reason to learn, to keep on learning from him and celebrating him and his life. All right, so today's episode is a special one. We're gonna be focusing on basketball, my first love. And, we're going to be focusing specifically on basketball in New York City. You know what I mean? And for that, I brought a special guest. Our guest is an entertainer, a model, an actor, a music artist, a motivator, and of course, a certified hooper, 18-year pro, and street baller. I had the opportunity to share the court with him before, straight out of New York City by way of the Dominican Republic. Our guest is Roman Perez. Roman Perez, welcome to the Vital Hoops podcast. How you doing, my man?
Everything is good, bro. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure, man. I appreciate you taking the time. You and I share a huge love for this game of basketball, man. So always good to chop it up with you, man, for a little bit.
Thank you, bro. Definitely, we go back, man. We go back.
That's right, yeah. Last time we were in Cuba, bro.
It's
I think that
crazy.
was 2018, man, before the pandemic, for Bobbito's tournament, man, the 21 full court.
Yep.
Yeah, full
Yep.
court
Full court
21.
21.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that was so dope, man. Out there in Havana, man, in 23 and B, the outdoor courts, shout out to Bobbito. Shout out to you guys came through with full court peace, Mike Evans. Jack
Yep.
Ryan was out there. Dave Hopla. You guys came through with Dave Hopla. Man, that was dope. That
That
was
was
dope.
crazy.
Shout out to
Amazing
everybody.
experience.
Yeah. And shout out to Cheyenne as well, man. Cheyenne, I had her on the podcast, man, early, like episode 9 of the Vada Hoops podcast. Shout out to Cheyenne, man. I'm gonna put her
For sure.
episode down in the link for everybody to check it out. Um,
Definitely.
but yeah, man, good to have you on, man. Good
Thank
to
you.
have
Thank
you.
you, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. And speaking of, Full Court 21 and Bobbito's tournament, I know you're running it right down in DR, right?
Yeah. Well, I hosted in Dominican Republic for the
Mhm.
last two times, 2022, and this year as well, last week.
Yeah.
And also helping Bobbito organize it here in New York City
Dope.
in his absence at the moment. So,
Okay.
it's a great tournament, and
It is.
it gives people opportunity.
For sure, man. Yeah, for those who may not know about the Full Court 21, can you explain like how it works?
Yeah, so if you played 21 or a game called Utah, it's a game where you play like by yourself. Like
Yeah.
it's you versus
Versus everybody.
everybody. It could be one versus whatever. Like you have one basketball, you got a odd number, and everybody wants to play. You got 7 guys, and you play 21. But what happened was that it was created so that it could be a full court. Basketball's play 5-on-5 full court.
Mm.
So Babito's idea was like, yo, let's try to see if we could do this full court game. And man, it's been successful. A lot of pros, a lot of your average basketball players pull up to the tournament,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's worldwide. So is something that indeed is giving people opportunity, but also providing the opportunity for the love of the game.
No doubt. Yeah, man. And speaking about the love of the game, man, you're, from New York. I always tell people like, yo, you don't understand. Like New York City, when we talking about basketball, like New York is really like a basketball city. Like there's a court, like, every couple blocks, like, like everybody hoops in New York, you know what I'm saying? Um, and just me, like I'm not from New York, but I just got like the whole New York culture from hip hop to basketball has just been a part of me ever since I was young. Because my older brothers, they were living in New York City at the time, so they would bring back everything from the culture. So it's been a part of me. So can you please talk a little bit about that, man? How basketball is a part of the city's culture, and also talk about you and how you began hooping and all of that, you know?
Yeah, basketball in New York City is like it's different, man. It's like you said, there's over like 300 different courts
Mm,
in New York City.
mm.
Every other 2 blocks has a basketball court. I will say that because, I grew up in Williamsburg in Brooklyn,
Mhm,
and in the neighborhood itself, in we call it blocks, like, los bloques.
mhm.
For those people that don't know what a block is like the streets. Like, for example, like I'm gonna show you. This
Yeah.
is the Bronx. Every calle is like a block. So that right
Yeah.
there is a block right
Uh-huh.
there. So every 2 blocks is like a basketball court where I grew up at.
Right.
And in Manhattan, the Bronx, is the same way. Each court has a different name, and you communicate with your people like, yo, you going to this park today? Yo, you going to this court? Um, Growing up,
Hmm.
we had about, like I was saying earlier, we had about maybe like 15 courts
Mm.
walking distance from each other. That's the Rodney Park area. Just you got Blue Park, Rodney Park, Division Courts, Lindsay Park, McCarran Park, Greengrass. It's like so many courts in one neighborhood, and every court represents the locals from that block.
Right.
So you already know, like, yo, that park is safe. This park, after this time, you got to be careful.
Right.
But where I grew up at, every court was good because everybody knew each other. It's
Mm.
like imagine I'm going to visit you and you're going to visit me.
Right.
Like if I came to your court, your block,
Yeah, you're
then it's
good
like,
because you know
yeah,
me.
I'm not invited guests.
Yeah.
Yo, Roman is here today.
Yeah.
Now with social media, the phones, you pull up to a park, it's a quick text. Yo, this Fulano's here. This person is here. Yo, pull
Yeah.
up.
No doubt.
So when it's your local court, at a certain time, say 5 p.m., you know that those guys from your park are going there every Thursdays, every Tuesdays at 5 p.m. So
Mm.
from a long day at work or long day at school, you know that around that time, you got that fellowship with your local basketball hoopers. So
Word.
growing up for me, that was important because, even in my teenage years, because when we went to high school, most of the kids I grew up with, they went to different high schools.
Hmm.
So after school, going to those local parks was like reminiscing our childhood, the trash talking, and
Right.
it's fun. New York City is different, man. It's just
For
I'm pretty
sure,
sure
man.
in other parts of the world is the same, but over here, like they say, it's a different animal.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Like, I mean, that's street ball is a beautiful thing no matter where, but New York City is just like really like part of the city. Like, well, I grew up in Havana, playing street ball, and we would same thing. Like after school, we'd all go. Actually, it was funny. Where I grew up, it was like on my street there wasn't a lot of traffic, right? So we actually put up a hoop on the tree, so we would play on the street. You know what I'm saying? And like people started coming down to where we was at because it was a couple like it was like an ex-pro that would come hoop with us. And so, good players started coming. So everybody would come down to where we was at. So our hoops started getting nice afterwards. We put together something nice. We used to get, people to come through. And so yeah, it was dope, man. But, we grew up playing street ball. A lot of these young players now, they don't know too much about street ball. A lot of players just grow up playing in the gym, and they don't know about the park and street ball, man. And
Yeah,
I think that kind of hurts the game a little bit because there's a certain element of like toughness and grittiness that comes with playing at the park. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That we kind of lose. But going back to New York street ball, man. Tell me like give me like your three favorite parks, man, all over the city.
But my first favorite park is my home court, Rodney Park.
Mm,
Why is my favorite court? Is because, as a kid, everybody would always say like if you played in if you play in that park, that's the only park out of like the 15 courts
Mm.
that in the 90s and the 2000s had an actual tournament.
Wow.
So everybody was mindset was like, yo, if you play in Rodney, it's like you playing in the NBA.
Wow. That's
So as a
dope.
kid, you would go on the weekends and watch the big guys play, and
Mm.
then the weekdays when there was no tournaments, you felt like you was part of that
Yeah, you
tournament
wanted to go hoop
because
over there.
yeah, like yo, this guy played here. Yo, remember that guy that was dunking it?
Mm.
Remember that guy that hit the guy with the crossover? You stepping on that same court.
Mm.
So the vibes was always like, yo, one day I'm gonna play in it. And then moment actually came when I was 19, the whole hood came out like, yo, and not everybody could play in that tournament. You had to be good.
Right, right.
So Rodney Park, my second favorite is Rucker Park, of course, the Mecca.
Legendary, yeah.
Like, come on, you got Kobe, LeBron that walked on the court,
No doubt. KD.
KD, you had all these NBA guys, and now you're actually playing on the basketball court, and it's like, yo, legendary moment.
For sure.
My third favorite would be a park that's probably not known. It's called Blue Park. So
Where's that
Blue
at?
Park is in Williamsburg, where I grew up at. It's like 2 blocks away, 3-minute distance from Rodney Park. And I say it's my favorite park because you will have to like see the pictures of the park. If you look it up, Williamsburg Blue Park, it's like trees.
Mm.
The court is not painted. It doesn't have nets, but it was my court, like my Rocky Balboa dungeon
Right,
court,
right.
where
I
I
hear
will
you.
go train. Nobody will see me.
Mm.
And rest in peace to my pops. That
Mm.
was our time to like talk and just him
Right.
watching me train hard, and that part gave me purpose into my basketball journey.
Mm. That's
So
dope,
those are
man.
my three favorite, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And let me ask you about this, man. I have a shirt from back in the day, man. I don't know where that park is, but it says The Hole. Do you know that park? The Hole, Brooklyn, New York. And I know
Yeah,
it's
that's probably in Best Eye, So in the
okay.
Hole, the
Yeah,
So in the
yeah.
Hole tournament.
Oh, okay.
That
That's where
yeah,
that's
that tournament was like one of the biggest tournament in Brooklyn. The
that's where the
hood,
song comes from too. The song from Wu-Tang is Soul in the Hole.
yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So in the Hole, and it was a tournament in Brooklyn, man. It was around Biggie Smalls area.
Yeah, yeah.
So, now it's like, again, like you said, like the social media era, a lot of kids go to the park and they're not really like locked in. They just go in the park and now they record fights, and it's like, it's
Oh,
not the same.
right, right.
Now before it was trash talking, but the trash talking was converted to, yo, I'm gonna cook you. Now it's the same thing, but now with the social media, it's more like
Mm.
fight you, et cetera, et
Yeah.
cetera. Times change, man.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, I know, I
Yeah,
know. Yeah, cool, man. I appreciate that. Getting back to your pops, man. R.I.P. to your pops, man. I know you running the Doodle Bias League, man. I
yeah.
know you're doing camps too. Talk to me a little bit about that, man.
So one thing that I can say about my dad is, growing up in a neighborhood where, you're Spanish, you want to be a baseball player, et cetera, everybody loved basketball. So the competition was that everyone wanted to make it to play, in the NBA. I didn't play basketball growing up. I was a basketball card collector.
Okay.
So collecting basketball cards and being a bookworm for the game, I didn't really hoop like that because the neighborhoods was like dangerous, all the courts, and my parents didn't let me go out. And because of that, I wasn't good. I sucked in basketball.
Okay.
But because I love the game, I love playing the video games. Again, I collect basketball cards. I wanted to be a basketball player. But because I wasn't good and all the people saw that I loved the game, people would make fun of me. So from like sixth grade all the way to like my first year in college, I was always made fun of. But my dad, he always saw the passion that I had for the game.
Mm.
And he noticed that the passion that I had for the game took me away from wanting to hang out, wanting to be in the streets. So
Doing
when I
dumb
wanted to
stuff,
take
yeah.
the game serious at age 17, you know, I didn't work. So my dad was my provider, my mom and my dad. And my dad would like in the Slam magazine, you know what's a Slam magazine, the
Of course.
basketball Bible.
Of course.
They would have in the back like things to get better, like books, shooting equipment, how to get
Yeah.
better for 40
Strength shoes.
bucks.
They had the strength
The
shoes.
strap shoes. So my pops invested and just spent money on like all these equipment for me to get better because remember at that time there was not really YouTube.
Uh-huh. No
Um,
trainers.
There was no trainers. You had the guy in the park telling you, "Yo, you're gonna make it if you do this. If
Right.
you run around the park 20 times." Like you didn't really have like someone like guiding you. I mean, you
Hmm.
had the local guys. Shout out to my
Yeah.
boy Josh that taught me how to shoot, and people in the neighborhood that kind of pushed you, but the technique was never taught.
Right.
So my pops, once he saw that I started getting better little by little, and people started showing like respect, and I played in the Rodney Park tournament. Then I started getting invited to like other leagues, and I said, man, in my mind, like, man, if I keep training, I'm gonna keep just escalating. And then that's when made the decision after college to like go play pro. And then he saw more opportunities off the court, commercials, this and that. He was like, yo, man, by training and just putting in work, look at Roman. Roman is not tall. Roman is not strong. Roman is not fast. And by putting all this work in, if my son keeps working, sky's the limit.
Mm,
So my dad always pushed me in a sense of love.
mm, mm.
Like, yo, if you train and if you believe in yourself, good things are gonna happen. And he saw the process. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2014, and a lot
Mm.
of things did grow even more. I had the fire within me to do it for him. So that's what helped me create the Doodle Buys Academy. Shout out to my boy Carlos in the Dominican Republic for also seeing the vision.
Mhm,
And the academy, the name, the foundation is basically to help people that believe in their dreams
mhm.
to like play basketball, to be part of the academy, to be part of the workouts.
Right.
And that's what Doodle Buys is, man, giving opportunities and sharing that same vision that my dad had in me, but now I
Yeah.
share it with the world.
Word, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. That's what's up. Shout out to you for that one, man.
Yeah.
When did you start getting nice, man, to the point that you were like, okay, I think I can really do this.
So I got good probably like at the age of 24, bro. I'm 39 right now.
Wow. Yeah, we
So
the same
yeah,
age,
from the
man. We the same
trenches.
age.
Yeah. Still young, bro.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, bro, like 24,
Uh,
maybe 25. I remember 2013. Man, I was 26. I would say 26.
okay.
26 years old. I went to Dominican Republic. That was my fourth year of like doing the overseas thing.
Hmm.
Because my first 4 to 5 years was like struggle mode. Because I was traveling to DR, traveling to other countries looking for opportunity.
Right.
But in 2013, I got my first opportunity. I played in a pro league in New York called the APBL. It's like a minor pro league. We weren't
Yeah.
getting paid, but it's a league that was providing opportunities, providing film. And one of my boys sent the film to the top league in Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And they ended up signing me. After the second game, they cut me.
Mm.
So what they saw in the video was not what they saw in person. And the way they cut me was like kind of personal.
Okay.
Like they didn't even tell me. Like I came to practice and I went to the game ready. I was locked in. And then my name wasn't even there. The owner didn't even tell me. And then, the first person I called was my pops. Like,
Mm.
Dad, yo, I'm out here. Like, what am I supposed to do? And he was like, Roman, you come back to New York. Like, you know what? Just right now, they didn't even pay. They paid for my ticket to go, but they didn't even pay for my ticket to go back to New York. Luckily, I have family in the area that I was staying. So I called my dad, like, Dad, I gotta go back home, but I don't got no money to pay for my flight. He was like, yo, he was a mechanic. So he was like, yo, let me do some moves and just stay where you at with your family. And in the
Mm.
meantime, just grind.
Mm.
Take this personal grind. So I ended up staying for like 2 extra weeks at a family's house. And bro, I was in a court like, yo, the heat, like 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 times a day. So 9 hours, bro.
Wow.
Like 3 hours at 7 a.m., 7 to
Mm.
10. Take a nap, go home. 1 to 4, go home, eat, and then like play pickup like 7 to like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Drinking fruits, fruit juices and
Yeah.
vegetables and just grinding for like 2 weeks. I took it personal, bro. When I
Mm.
came back to New York that summer, yo, I was a different player.
Locked in. Yeah.
I was pulling from like mad deep. My hesitation move, the hezzy move that I do was like lethal.
Mm.
And I ended up winning the APBL Summer League. Um,
Wow.
that's like one of the top tournaments in New York at that time, top pro leagues.
Mm.
I ended up winning MVP. I was averaging like 37 points a game. That was my last trophy that my dad got to see me win.
Hmm.
And through that tournament, I was invited to practice with the Brooklyn Nets.
Wow. That's
So
what's
yeah,
up.
so I didn't get officially like in, but the fact that an agent saw me and put my name through to even practice with the practice
Yeah, that's
squad and
dope.
through hard work, through
Yeah.
So I would say at the age of 26, bro, is when I was like, yo, confident in myself, where I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let me do my thing now, you know?
Hmm. What year was that? 13, you said?
2013.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I forgot to mention, man, we also met up at and we didn't know each other. We met up at the K54, man, the World
Yeah,
Streetball
bro.
Championship in Paris.
That was crazy.
That was crazy, man. That hey.
Bro, that right there for me was shout out to my boy Nacho Martin.
Mm,
Like I met Nacho right quick. Nacho is like the key.
uh-huh.
I mean, I put in work, I
Yeah.
put in all the time. Shout out to Bobbito Garcia again. He would do like a workouts outside. Like,
Okay.
we're bringing it back by the way to New York City. So, Hoopers, you already know. Stay tuned. Bobbito's Open Run in collab with Dulo Buys is coming back this summer. We have a
Dope.
meeting actually today about it.
Dope.
But he will host these workouts, bro.
Uh-huh.
Sorry to cut to the Quai 54, but it's gonna get to that right
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
And in those workouts, you have people from like different countries.
Mm.
Bobbito's a global figure.
Yes.
So people will come from like different parts of the world, like bro, DJs, famous pro players. And these guys didn't know about the tournaments. They didn't know, but Bobbito will always share it on social media, um, email threads. Yo, we're
Uh-huh.
playing in this park.
Yeah.
Back then it was Facebook.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
bro, it'd be random people would just come out.
yeah. Mm.
And we had a reporter that came named Antonio Gil. He wrote for Gigantes magazine. That's like the slam
In
of
Spain.
Spain.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he came through and then he saw my game. This is me like in 2009, a young kid trying to make it, 19, 20 years old. And he was like, yo, this kid is pretty good. That time I was playing like in West Fourth, the Watson, with my boys from Japan, the Gym Rats, Bang Lee and Utah. And he would come out to the games and he was like, yo, you never thought about playing pro in Spain? And I'm like, for real? He's like, yo, I know the perfect person.
Mm.
He's actually coming this summer to play in a streetball tour. And we did a collab. That's my boy Nacho Martin.
Yeah.
And Nacho will come every summer from 2009 and he came in 2010. And he saw I got better. He knows my dad. He saw
Right.
that I was a kid from Brooklyn. At that
Mm.
time, I was with my wife, then my girlfriend. We had a 1 year, my daughter Leah, she was one.
Mm.
So he saw like the passion that I have for the game, but at the same time, he saw the struggle, being
Mm.
from Brooklyn, being a dad, still trying to make it. So he saw the love that I have, not only with basketball, but with my family. And it was then in 2010 that, you know, he invited me to play in Russia in a 3-on-3 tournament. And from
Wow.
there, we went to Spain,
Mm.
because I didn't have film. I had street ball film. The agent that he had was like, yo, this is like watching the N1 mixtape. No teams like was considerate. And at that time, Nacho was also like hard in the rap game and hard in the street ball game.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say that they weren't taking him serious, but it was like, yo, you got a 5'11" kid from Brooklyn, New York, have street ball film? Like, what is this? He's trying to play pro? So it's like that didn't help out the situation. Team did it in the EBA league, was interested. I worked out with them, but unfortunately they didn't have money.
Mm.
So I just came back to New York. But fast forward, Nacho would always come back to New York every summer for like
Okay.
2 weeks, playing with me street ball. And it was that 2015 January, bro. Like, hey, bro, I might have an open spot to play with Team Spain in the Quai 54. And I'm just shivering, like, yo, I'm telling you right now, you might not get that much playing time because everybody that's gonna be your teammates is plays in the ACB.
Right.
And these are guys that's making millions of dollars
Right. That's first
or, or
division.
six or
Yeah.
six figures that played on the national team. And I'm like, yo, Nacho, listen, bro, you know me, I don't care about that. If I get 1 second of playing time, I am grateful. He was like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Ended up going to the Quay 54. I ended up did playing some minutes.
Yeah.
And, it was an unreal experience. Fast forward 3 years later, Nacho's like, yo, we're doing it again. But this time, you're going to be the starting point guard. And I'm like, yo, look how
Right.
life works, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you're a kid from Brooklyn playing in the best tournament in the world
Word. Yeah.
in France. Like,
Nah,
if,
yeah, for
Eiffel
sure.
Tower, like, come on, man, can't make this up, bro.
Hey, man, listen. That was so dope, man. Listen, for those who don't know, the Craig 54, man, is yeah, like you said, the World Streetball Championship. It's in Paris. Jordan sponsored. And my story with Quay, man, is different because
Uh-huh.
here in France, it's like every kid's dream to play in the K. So me and a couple of my boys from Paris, we put together a squad and we would go to the tryouts, man. Every year we would go to the tryouts, try to
It's
make it.
ruthless. The trials are
Some,
ruthless.
yeah, trials are ruthless, man. I'm talking about now they kind of calmed down, but like a few years back, it was like first division professional players going to the tryouts, like it was something serious. You know what I'm saying? Like some people even started saying, "Yo, the tryouts are up there with the actual tournament." You know what I mean? But anyways, yeah, we would go to the tryouts and we came close so many years, and when we finally made it, man, it felt so good, man. You know what I'm saying? To be at the K54 is an honor for any ball player. And yeah, man, 2018, that was it with the Phoenix squad. Shout out to my boy Julien. And shout out to the founder of the K, man, Amadou Sidibé. It's a beautiful
Yes,
tournament. They're back this year on July 5th and 6th in Paris.
yep,
So yeah, shout out to everybody out there,
for
man.
sure, for sure.
No doubt. It's a beautiful experience. I encourage anybody even to go watch, man. If you're around Paris, you go watch, man. It's just a crazy event, man. I remember going to watch the K54 back when it was like Fat Joe squad, man. Kareem Reed was
Ooh,
playing in the K54. I remember
oh
going,
man,
yeah, yeah. It was like that was like the early days of the K54, but I was younger. I
yeah.
was just watching. I wasn't even playing over there, but
You
that
know,
was
the craziest moment for me for the Quai 54
mhm.
was the storage
uh
houses. They had one behind, like you could visually see it from the court,
okay.
bro. And Jordan was there, bro. Michael Jordan was there. He was gonna come on the court, but the problem was that when we were getting ready to play, I think it was 2015 against China. I know it
Okay.
was one of them. I can't recall right now. I think it was
I
2015.
think it was 15, yeah, when Mike was there. Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Mike was, yep, 2015.
15.
And Jordan was gonna come, I think, do an honorary shot or
Yeah,
whatever,
he
like
was
not
just
a
gonna
shot,
show
like
up. Yeah.
show up and the people's gonna clap.
Yeah.
But the crowd was so
And he
remember the
wasn't able
arena
to
would
go
move.
out. Yeah.
There was and he was when he came out, I saw him and I was like, oh my God, Michael Jordan. And I even like did the swallow like yo, what the can't make this
Right.
up. And
Yeah.
then I could see him from far away going like this.
Yeah. He,
'Cause and then
it
and
was
I
too
found
much.
out later there was not enough security. They were
Yeah.
probably gonna he had fear the whole crowd was gonna come.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
and jump on Michael Jordan.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I remember that, man. I remember them talking about it. But now that you tell me, because I didn't play in it in 2015, but now that you're telling me, that's exactly what I heard happen, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He had a great suit on, and I'm like, oh my God, Michael Jordan. But that's my one Michael Jordan moment. He was like 25% of a mile distance
Right,
from
right,
me.
right. That's close enough to feel the energy, man.
Bro, big time.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Anyways, yo, I know the city is electric right now, man. The New York Knicks are in the playoffs. I want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
I'm a Knicks fan, man, since I was a little kid, from the Patrick Ewing and John Starks days, man. Been a Knicks fan
Wow.
my whole life. The Spreewell and Allen Houston days, to all the struggle, the Carmelo Anthony days. I've always been a Knicks fan, man. So it's dope to see this squad now, man, doing good. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I love it, man. I love it. So I would just want to let everybody know we're recording this episode after Game 3, right? After Game 3, and by the time this show comes out, it'll be Thursday the 15th. So that will be after Game 5. So you know what I'm saying? Just letting everybody know. But
Oh man.
so it might be over. It might be over, but
It might be over for Knicks fans because we hopeful. They
yeah, for
lost
sure.
last night,
Yeah, yeah.
yesterday, but they like you said, they got a great team.
Hmm.
Just praying that Jalen Brunson stay healthy.
Right.
We got our Dominican brother, Karl Anthony Towns.
That's right.
Hopefully, he steps up to the player that we know he can be,
Yeah, yeah, no doubt.
and he has, but we want him to,
Yeah.
get a little bit more gritty, like we say here in New York.
Hmm.
And the supporting cast of the team, man, it's a great young crew, and the Mecca's back. The Mecca
Word.
is on fire right now.
That's right. That's right, man. Yo, I was talking to my boy. I said, listen, I want Jalen Brunson and Cat to be able to play more together, man. Get that pick and roll working a little bit better.
Yeah,
We need to get Cat more involved in the offense, man. There were certain games against Detroit there that, he wasn't involved enough, man. He needs to get more touches, I think.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's
we,
true.
we, you know what I mean? We saw him a couple, because I mean, defensively, we're doing the work, man. All those guys, Man, I love
Hmm.
what Josh Hart and Anunoby's bringing to the table. All of them, man. Even Mikal Bridges. Everybody's doing the work, man. But and maybe also I know everybody talks about this, but go a little bit deeper, man. I like that. I like that Tibbs played Achua yesterday. That was good, man. It played him a little
Yeah.
bit. We need to get Precious Achua out there. Mitch. I think Mitch is gonna start hitting his free throws, man. They better stop with that hack and Mitch shit.
I know. Hopefully, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But what do you think on the other side, man? I know I want us to catch the Pacers, man. I want to catch the Pacers. I hope they win so we can beat them.
Yeah, that's gonna be epic. Right now they're promoting it like Larry Bird and that era. I
Yeah.
know for sure with Indiana it's gonna be Reggie Miller.
It's going down, man. But I know
So
if we beat the Celtics, we can beat the Pacers, bro.
if we beat the Celtics, yes, definitely.
You
They don't
know?
have someone that could stop Carl Towns or Jalen Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
So we good. We hopeful. The West
Mm-hmm.
is scary
Mm-hmm.
because
West is
Edwards,
tough.
Jokic, like bro, like
Nah, they
the
tough,
West is
man.
tough. It's tough.
The West is very, very tough, man.
Yeah.
Who do you see coming out of the West, man?
I want Minnesota,
Mm.
but if the Warriors wake up and the Warriors OKC or Denver is tough too, bro.
All the squads could come out right now, man, on the
Yeah,
real.
right now everything is in the air right now.
Yeah, for real, man. I think I like Anthony Edwards, man. Out of all the young
Yeah.
players in the NBA, I think Anthony Edwards is the truth, man. I like him.
I would like to see, sorry, I'm a Knicks guy. I'm not a Knicks fan, but I'm supporting the Knicks because I'm from New York.
Okay,
But I would love to see the Pacers versus Minnesota. Yeah, like
okay.
I'm tired of going to 2K and the first two teams you see is Denver
Yeah,
or Warriors or you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
for
the
sure.
first intro of the game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I want to
You
see
want
like
something fresh? Yeah.
something fresh, bro. Hallen, this guy, Tyrese, or Michael. You feel me? Like that's a new generation for the next 10 years of players that we're gonna be watching.
Right, right, right. That would be
So,
fresh. Yeah.
something new, something new.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. I think I would like to see, man. I like to see the Warriors doing good, man. I'm not gonna lie. I like the Warriors, man. I kind of like the
Yeah,
Warriors.
I like the Warriors too.
You
Curry's
know,
legacy is on the line.
yeah, yeah. Steph, man. Steph,
They lost the
Steph.
last two games without him, right?
They did. They did,
So
unfortunately.
listen,
So
if they win with him when he comes back, then
that's gonna be serious. That's gonna be serious.
we know who's the GOAT. Like the GOAT in this time now, right now,
Yeah, yeah, I agree, man. I think, Steph's name needs to start coming up a little bit with that GOAT
Yeah,
conversation, man. Because
I think he's top 15, top
hmm
15 of all time. I think he needs to go a little bit.
yeah, I think so too, man.
Yeah,
I agree. But yeah, what he's been able to accomplish has been crazy.
unreal.
Um, you know. But yeah, to get back to the Knicks, man, we're gonna see, man. I think Boston now is gonna be tough now, because now they're gonna start getting their confidence up. Game
Yeah,
four is rolling around, and if they know if they even out the series, they're going back home. It's
yep,
gonna be tough. So I think this game four is a must win for the Knicks. You know what I'm saying?
definitely, definitely.
Game four is a must win. We'll see. All right, man. Summer tournaments are coming up soon, man. I know you're a big, street ball guy. You're playing lots of tournaments. Um, let us know, man, what's going on this summer. Where you gonna be hooping at? What are the top tournaments these days in New York City? All of that, man.
Yeah, for sure. As far as like summer basketball, like the main focus is of course the new breed, which is my daughter. So, she has her AAU season, and one of my main things this summer, is making sure that she's locked in, making
Yeah,
sure that she goes into her junior season of high school ready.
right.
So, I have all day to like work. In the summertime, I usually don't work. Thank God, I work for the Department of Education.
Okay.
I have my program, the Victorious program.
Yeah.
So in the summertime, I'm like chilling. I get the mornings, afternoons to work with her. So my focus is her.
Uh-huh.
But myself right now, I got, what is it, May? What's the day? May 9th, bro. So I
11th
got I
right now.
got 11th. Oh my goodness, you see? May 11th, I'm gonna start tomorrow a 21-day challenge of
hmm
just like conditioning because my skills there. I work out every day.
hmm
But no, sometimes in New York, you're in a rush and you eat a cheeseburger here and the junk food thing. So
Yeah.
I got to get back to like Roman from 2014. I know I could do
Okay.
it. My body feels good,
Yeah.
but got to prepare myself, man. Right now,
No
I'm
doubt.
currently in Rucker Park.
Okay.
Um, I'm in West Fourth.
Uh-huh.
playing with the same team I've been playing for the last 10 years. Shout out to my boy Nick. And Rucker Park is my team, Doodle Buys. This is our ninth season. So
Nice.
you ever come to New York, bro? Let me know, bro. You always got a uniform ready for you.
Oh man, I appreciate that, man. Hey man, don't hey, that invite might have to
Don't
happen.
tempt you. Don't tempt
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, man. Listen, I'm
I
I'm
might have to
checking
send
out
you the
the
Rucker
I,
schedule.
I'm checking out the Paris, New York flights right now, man.
Bro, let me know, bro. You in New
Yeah,
York? I
word.
got a spot for you right away.
Beautiful.
I always save two spots for like Nacho or anyone that comes from the outside that hits me up from like Japan, Spain.
Word.
So, bro, you're
Appreciate
more
that,
than
man.
welcome for sure.
What's the
And
dates for
every
that? What's the dates for that?
June to like first week of August, but they
Okay.
usually send us the schedule like I would say end of this month.
Okay.
We already locked in. My team Doodle Buys is locked in slash NYC Black Eagles.
Okay.
And then I'm a free agent. Like last summer, I got invited to play in Gersh. I got invited to play in the Watson. These are Nike tournaments. So,
Nice.
I always stay ready because with these tournaments, bro, like some of these coaches, like the big names,
Mhm.
they'll have teams like in four different, like Westforth, Dykeman,
Yeah.
Rucker. So sometimes because these tournaments make the schedules in advance, like Westforth or Rucker, they don't make it weekly. Like my tournament, Rodney Park and do the buys. I make it weekly like I'll ask the teams like, yo, when are you guys free? Oh, we're free at 9 p.m. Oh, we're free to help them out with their summer schedule with the big tournaments.
Hmm.
So the thing about New York that's beautiful is like, bro, it could be 3 o'clock in the afternoon and Dykeman, 7 o'clock. Yo, Roman, you free? Like their
Right. They hit
players are
you up like,
playing,
yo,
yeah, their players are away or their players are in a training camp or in a FIBA 3-on-3 tournament and wherever. They're like, yo, you available?
uh,
And the other side of beautiful of it is like, let's say West Fourth. West Fourth, my team knows me for, and Rucka, they know me for like shooting threes and coming down one or two times with a hezzy. It might be someone from a different team that sees
mm,
me, and they have a team in Hoops in the Sun.
right, right.
Like yo, you want to suit up with us? I just saw you kill in West Fourth, so it's beautiful, bro.
That's a
I'm looking
beautiful
forward
thing.
to it. The best part about Summer Bowl to share is you never know who you're gonna play against.
Mm. That's right.
I never forget West Fourth, like 12 years ago, 13 years ago. I think it was 2009. We had a game, and then the game after that, Nate Robinson was watching the game in West Fourth,
Word.
and Nate Robinson asked that team, or wish they asked our team, like, "Yo, can I play? Can I suit up?" And Nate Robinson went on and suit up, scored like 40, 50 points. I think he had like low top dunks. Like, bro, like
Mm.
street ball is real, man. It's
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 the
crazy.
realest. It's the realest, man. It's the
It's,
realest.
it's crazy, bro.
That's what's up. I
Yeah,
love that. I love that.
yeah, bro.
Hey, man, before I let you go, man, couple things. Give me your starting five of New York City players, man. It could be street ball, NBA, whatever. Starting five.
Starting five. I'm not gonna include myself because they do say, "Oh, Roman is a New York City legend." Blah 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 blah. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Whoever calls me that or says that, I get it a lot. Like, thank you, but definitely not considered, not even in the top 50 of all time in New York City. Maybe in my neighborhood, top 10, whatever.
Yeah.
But man, all time, bro. I'm going as a center. Believe it or not, bro, center wise, I'm gonna give it out to my boy Nacho Martin from Spain. You're gonna be like, he's not even from New York, bro. He has come to New York and dominated a
Wow.
lot of the legendary centers. Not gonna mention names in New York City. Nacho, if you're watching this, you know who they are. We witnessed it.
Okay. Okay.
Um, Power forward, I would say my boy Miles High. He's from Queens, left rack.
Okay.
Amazing. I brought him out to Rodney Park, and we won a championship together. My dad didn't get to see the championship, bro, like 5 years after he passed, but he was one of my dad's favorite big men in New York, Miles High. And then small forward. Oh man, I'm going by like entertainers, bro.
Cool. Cool.
Like from the people that I saw, I'm not even gonna go New York City. I'm gonna say the top New York City players that played in my park, Ronnie Park.
Okay, Rodney Park.
But
Yeah, for sure.
they've played in, everywhere too.
Okay.
Small forward, I would say Anthony Pimble, aka Africa. He played for
Okay.
N1. He was one of the
Yeah, I
best.
see. I remember Africa and one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, people's gonna be like, what? What about that? Nah, bro, this guy will come in the court and electrify the arena. When I say the arena, I would say whatever atmosphere or court he was in.
Right.
And when he was on top, as far as like dunking, Team Nike and all that, this man was like different. Like I seen it with my own eyes. This
Hmm.
guy dunk on three people.
That's
Like,
crazy.
again, going back to my dad calling me, Roman, where you at? Africa's playing. I'm like, Dad, I'm not there. I'm home, whatever. Shooting guard position. I would say rest in peace to my guy, man, Corey Williams, aka Homicide.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man.
Bro,
He was the truth, man. I
I
remember
seen him in
watching
Nike.
him.
I seen him in Nike Pro City drop 50 against NBA players when they were
Yeah.
fresh in the NBA. And I
Got a
seen him in
shoe
my home.
deal. Got a shoe deal in
Yeah,
the streets.
yeah, bro.
Shout out
I
to Corey Homicide, man.
yeah, bro. And
R.I.P.
he right, R.I.P. to my boy right there. He also in my Rodney Park seen him drop like 70 one time. Like I'm a 17-year-old kid, like watching the game, like, yo, who is this
Yeah.
guy? Just fast break, killing it.
Yeah.
And then point guard, the world probably not don't really know his name, but like, I'm gonna say it because I've never seen anyone with his abilities.
Mm.
I've never seen anyone with his handles, with his shooting. There was a guy that lived right across the street from Rodney Park.
Mm.
His name was Richie,
Okay.
Richard Bryant. This guy was like so good, man. I remember I've been to Russia, I've been to Spain, I played in numerous tournaments around the world,
Mm.
numerous of tournaments in New York City. And I have never seen someone that people when they walked on the court, they were scared of this guy.
Mm.
Circumstances of life and decisions, he didn't make it to the level where he was supposed to make it, but
Yeah.
he was amazing. He was the man before social media, like before Instagram and all that. Like this guy had NBA. He was a mix of Allen Iverson, Darren Williams, and Baron Davis all in one.
Dang.
And imagine that, and you got to
Right.
guard somebody like that. So shout out to my boy Richie. Hopefully one day he could see this and salute to him. Every time I see him, I show him much love and respect. But
No
that's my
doubt.
top five, bro.
Hey, man. Appreciate that. Shout out to all the hoopers out there, man. Street ball, professional, college, high school, whatever, man. Basketball is a
Sure,
beautiful thing, man. I
for sure.
appreciate you taking the time, Roman, man. Before I let you go, I like to do this here at the Vital Hoops Podcast, man. Do you have a book recommendation, man? Something
Yo,
that the audience can check out.
everybody, man, I wish I had it with me, but I left it at home. I carry it with me. I just got it this week.
Okay.
Shout out to Bobbito Garcia, his new memoir called Bong.
Mm,
It's street ball to the max.
that's what's up, man. It came
So it's
out
just
already? It came
yeah,
out?
I have copies of it.
Yeah.
Pre-sale orders. It comes
Okay.
out officially in July.
Okay.
But listen, this book is a game changer.
Mm.
It's a game changer. And again, shout out to Bobbito Garcia.
Yeah, I need to get that.
Yeah, bro, I got you. If you're in New York City, you can add it to your collection. I see the beautiful collection.
You see that? Yeah.
If you're in New York City, I'll be at the book will be at my tournament, Do the Buys League.
Mhm.
It'll also be at Rodney Park and FC21 and the open runs that me and Bobbito will have. If you would like to get a copy for any viewers that's or listeners that's watching or listening to this podcast,
Yeah.
just make sure to hit me up in my DM and you guys can get a copy of Bong before it comes out in July. So you
You
already
hear
know.
that? Yeah, everybody, man, make sure you go check out Roman. Let him know your IG real quick, your handle.
Yeah, my IG is Roman Perez and the number 4. So Roman
Yeah.
Perez 4.
I'm gonna have that down in the description, man. And that is Bobbito's book of B-Ball, Bong Bong.
Yes.
No doubt, everybody. Yo,
Thank you so
Roman,
much for having me, bro.
thank
Appreciate
you,
you,
bro.
man.
It was a pleasure, man.
We go back, man. I know we didn't talk about music. I know you do music.
For
I do
sure,
my
for
music, my
sure.
Christian music for the Lord, but I had a chance the space in Cuba. That was an unforgettable
That's
experience, bro.
beautiful,
Like it
man.
was a short term, but
We had a good
you
time.
bring great vibes. Yeah, and you're a great person, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. You as well, man. And listen, hopefully we link up soon this summer, man. I'm gonna hit you on that for real.
Please, bro, let me know.
No doubt, man. Stay smooth, man.
All right, my bro. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Peace. All right. Big up to my man Roman Perez. Make sure you follow him on IG. Make sure you follow us at Vital Hoops Podcast. Please like, share, subscribe. Check out the links down in the description and do what you can. I appreciate you just for taking the time for watching or listening. And stay tuned. This is Vital Hoops for the people, by the people, for the culture. Uhuru.